Welcome everybody. This is Raw Cloud. Today's video is going to be about the time I went to the astral realm to retrieve my brother. Okay, let's begin. Now, this was probably about 5 years ago. My brother, I'm not going to say his name. He did pass away. So before I tell this story, I'll talk about the day he did pass away. So I was in the city, me and my wife. We had moved back home at that time, and I had two brothers, older brothers, that were, living with my mom, helped to take care of her. So had to be sometime in January, early January, and it had snowed, and I worked third shift, so I got off that morning and got home safely. The roads were all iced up, and I got home safe, and just sat on the couch, and for the whole time I just kept feeling unease about something. Felt like something wasn't right. Normally I don't call my mother so early in the morning, but that day I called her, and she picked up the phone. It had to be about 7:40, almost 8 o'clock, and she picked up the phone, and I said, "Mom," this when she was alive. I said, "Mom, everything all right?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then some other person picked up the phone. It was a detective, and he was like, "Sorry, I hate to inform you, your brother passed away a couple hours ago." And I was in shock. I knew something wasn't right. Like I said, I normally don't call my mom so early in the morning, but that day I felt like I needed to call her. And this was a psychic, spiritual intuition, knowing that I needed to call. And he had died 2 hours before I called. So a couple of years go by, and I'll get into this initial story on the astral realm now. So me and my brother, the one that's living now, I have two brothers that passed away. So it's only me and my other brother now. It was seven of us all together that my mom had, and I was the seventh child. So the last of her child is me. I'm the youngest, and I'm the seventh child. Anyway, back to the story. So me and my brother, we're in the astral realm, and as I said before, you can go and take family members with you on these astral realm trips that you go on. You guys have heard of people having the same dream. Well, a dream is just a reference point of what we call it, but they're not dreams. They're actual places that we go and visit as spiritual beings. So we get into this neighborhood on the astral realm side, me and my brother, and we're walking in this unfamiliar neighborhood, but I feel as if I'm drawn to. I know exactly where I'm going. So we're walking on this path, uh, and this path that we're walking on, um, it leads us to another neighborhood. But before we get to that other neighborhood, there are snakes on that path, and a lot of black snakes trying to stop us from continuing on. That's actually a warning sign to turn back. So as I'm looking at these snakes, I turn around and my brother's gone. My brother, he left. He didn't continue on. He was like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm out." So I continued on the path, and I just simply fly over the snakes. I didn't care. I was on a mission to retrieve my older brother. So I'm walking through this neighborhood, by myself, and I'm seeing, um, beautiful neighborhood, nice neighborhood, and I come to this tan, big um, house, and this place was built like how you would see like in Paris, just all brick, um, tan like structure, and it had like steps and no railing on these steps, just all brick stone steps. And I didn't go up the steps, but I could sense that my brother was in that place. And you guys know that, reptilians can disguise themselves as, loved ones. Now, I didn't gather that this was a reptilian that finally come out the door. It looked like my brother. And, I speak to him and he didn't say anything back. But I was so excited to see him, even though I later looking back on this was not my brother. This was probably a reptilian disguised as my brother. So he come down the stairs, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, "Come on, I'm taking you back home." I really had my mindset, my mind frame was to get him out of this astral world and bring him back. And as I'm walking, I turn my back, and I begin to walk up out of the astral realm, and I noticed that when I looked back, he wasn't there. But I know now that that was not my brother. That was probably a reptilian, uh, because they can look into your mind and they can project what you want to see. So, as I said, when I spoke to my brother, he didn't speak back, and the whole energy was off. But I didn't care to really look at the whole structure of what I was really getting into. But I ended up coming back, and like I said, he wasn't there. But I don't know if they was on the other side holding my brother hostage, or just holding them there. They are known to do stuff like that, not hold hostage, but just hold souls, because they can feed off your soul energy even there. This is what they do. But later, I did see my brother, and I've seen him several times on the other side, and he's okay. He's okay. He's accompanied by some big guy on the other side. Now, my brother that's still living here, still alive on this side. Now, you can never tell those two apart. A lot of people thought that my older brother and him was twins because they stayed together all the time. They walked everywhere together. They was seen always together. They was never separate. This is the only time that they've ever been separate. And I know that they probably meet up with each other, on the other side. But you know, even though we're still living, people that are still living, we have other places that we live on the other side that we go and see. And you guys probably have dreams of living in other places. Well, this is true. I mean, we do. We don't just stay here in the body. In this human form that we live in right now, we're just doing a human experience. But we're spiritual beings. We never really stay in the body. We go off to different places. We have other houses that we live in elsewhere. And this is how powerful your soul truly is. We go off in other realities. We have experiences in other realities. So, and I want people to really get it, just how powerful they really are. Don't just look at yourself. I don't care what size you are, big, small, it doesn't matter. Don't look at this vehicle, this avatar body as your whole being. You are way more than just this avatar body. You are extremely powerful as a soul. You may be able to do things on the other side that you just can't do here. You might be strong. You might even go on the other side into like your animal form. You might go into another higher spiritual form on the other side. And you might have these reoccurrent dreams that you have all the time. Well, all of that stuff means something. It really means something. And when you have these reoccurrent dreams, it's your subconscious that are trying to remind you of something. Maybe a past life that you had, or maybe something that you really need to face and either forgive or let go. But until you truly understand it, you're going to keep having these reoccurring dreams. So that's just some information that I want to put out to you guys. Yes, I want to think of myself as a spiritual being. Yes, I'm having this human experience, but I'm way more than that. And so are you. So always look at yourself as a unique human being with other capabilities. Stand in your power and let no one tell you otherwise. You are unique, you are special, and you're here to do something. So, and always let your heart lead you, no matter what. Let your heart lead you. And if you enter a relationship and things just don't work out, do not blame your heart, okay? Do not blame your heart. And don't always take things so serious. Love each other without hate. Learn to raise your conscience so that you vibrate at a higher frequency. This will allow you to connect to your higher subconscious. It will allow you to see through manipulation. It will allow you to see through deception. It will allow you to step into your true spiritual being. But always lead with that heart. Once again, I love, honor, and respect all of you. Please continue to subscribe and have a good day.